What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. I'm joined here by the full cast and the crew tonight. I'm, of course, your GM, your DM for the night, Jumbo Thick. Let's kick it off with old Rogar, son of Amu. Brief introductions, my friend.
Hello, everyone. I am Jumbo Smooth. I play Rogar, son of Amu, 400-pound barbarian dragonborn from the Great White North. He's got a sword called a Deep Cleaver. He's got a javelin of lightning, He's got an amulet of the drunkard. He's got a headband of intelligence.
See?
He's got some items. Hey, he does have a proton pack.
If you say proton, god damn it.
He does have a proton pack. Whenever it turns on, it kind of does like a whirling noise.
Lightning rifle, damn it. I described it vividly. How dare
proton
you.
pack. But yes, that's Rogar, he's looking for a green dragon.
Yeah, Rogar, Man, it tells me he never has any items. He just listed off like 6 magic items. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Give me some more magic items.
Give me some more.
You can't please him.
What do I have? Nothing.
Nothing. All right. That'll bring us on to Kayla, playing Velree.
Yes.
Who's there?
I play Velree, barbarian Dampier. I have a cool thing. I have a double sword, It's like a pass fire damage on my enemies when they hit me. Only for 10 points. Could be more. It's fine. Yeah. Other than that, though, your basic barbarian stats and whatnot. I'm running away essentially from an ex trying to get stronger so I can go and kill him later in life. But
okay. There we go. Come back and slay him. All right. That's fair. How about we flip it on over to the double D stack, Dan Decker, the Moog.
What is up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. I am playing Moog Broadjaw. We are currently in my hometown. As you all may know, I felled the Conwich Shore. I have slain many giants, and we have killed gods. So I'm a god killer, coming home to usurp the throne, hopefully, and win back my lady friend from high school. And as a crossbow expert, using very large bolts from range, but I also can get in close with a 10-foot reach.
Gotta get it all.
Bugbear.
Yeah, gotta get.
He's got guns.
And you have a gun too.
I do have a rifle.
You have a rifle with a rotating barrel.
It's not as cool as Rogar's proton pack.
Why? See, I give things and then you shat upon it.
This is how we treat you.
Next, how about Andrea playing Zune?
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm playing Zune, a tiny drow. Male bard. Oh my god, I'm not very awake today. I'd be a terrible barbarian. Yeah, I'm just here to be Moog's wingman. I just died in his hometown and came back to life, and that was nice. And hopefully that doesn't happen again for a while, because I think I owe Death, whoever that was, the chaperone, a lot more, because I kind of cheaped out on him unintentionally last time. But yeah.
Was it unintentionally? I don't know. Maybe.
Slightly. I didn't explicitly say or do anything. It just kind of happened that way. So it's not my fault.
And then last but not least, our one and only wizard friend, Dubuto9.
Yes, time wizard. Tristan Burrell. I too do not have enough magic items. I don't have enough magic items. I don't have enough spell scrolls. I don't have enough money.
Christ.
I don't have enough friends.
Yep. All right. That's fair. It's fair.
I only have 4 magic items. I need more.
That's it. He needs more. Everyone needs more. We'll see how this goes. Well, last we left off in a bit of a, wasn't really super climactic. You guys did get your asses kicked by the Saint there, the first half of the last episode, as it was revealed that the Saint, a member of the Lords of Death, essentially kind of like a mercenary band that are at the whims of the Mar, was sent to Brunwood for a task. We're not quite sure. At least one facet of this task was to retrieve the infernal puzzle box that Tristan Varel had on this person and had not yet completely discovered all the secrets of, as well as possibly kill some of the party members, as both Trist and Zune were almost put at death's door, with Zune actually meeting his end during this fight, with Moog, Rogar, and Velree trying to, once they finally showed up, able to drive him off from slaying anyone else in the party. He did escape successfully after retrieving the box within Moog's castle. Who knows what else damage he may have done. He was extremely stealthy, would be the best way to put it, and definitely a powerful threat in combat, displaying supernatural powers as well as a corrupted and empowered sword that Rogar had seen once before, much different now.
I mean, from a different point of view, you could say that he fell lucky to a couple of missed expert shots.
Is that what we're going to call it?
But you tell it how you see it.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
fine.
sure.
Yeah, okay.
We'll say that. Regardless, though, he whooped some ass. He escaped.
I remember him catching one of those shots and stabbing me in the back.
He did. He stabbed Rogue on the back with one of Moog's shots. Regardless, though, after he got away, you guys were able to collect yourselves. You brought Zune's lifeless corpse to the Temple of Boel, the one in town, the one in Brunwood, which actually has they all have their own name. I don't know if I actually told you guys the name. It is known as the Cleansing Spring, if I did not tell you that already. And when you brought Zune there, you discovered that Attendant Degru, the kind of goblin that had taken over from after the disappearance of the previous attendant, was somewhat battered and shaken, as well as a fair number of the other attendant or lesser priests and priestesses here. With Nyarla having, they had encountered some of the infected that have been plaguing Brunwood as of late. The infected, what would I call them? I would just call them fucking infected. The individuals that were infected with the Red Death in particular. And were able to, Nyarla was able to drive them off and prevent them from doing anything else to most of the priestesses. You stayed there, and through a ritual, which cost a little bit of gold and some resources for the temple, Zune was brought back to life. However, they were mostly in Nyarla's death, plus Moog being one of the lords of Brunwood. This was a simple task, to say the least. When he was brought back, there was a brief encounter with Mito, the Chaperone of Souls, which has become a bit of a staple on the channel. He's made several appearances over the many sessions to many characters, in fact, that have met grisly ends as the Chaperone delivers their souls to their final rest. Zune, however, was taken before he could be led to wherever the chips may have dealt him to be. However, the ride is never free, and the Chaperone always takes something. This time, he was possibly a little bit cheated in a way. After what should have been a more significant monetary gain was but a pittance. But the Chaperone always collects eventually. Regardless, though, with Zune alive, you guys decided to descend into a Hot Springs episode. There was a male and female side. Velree didn't enjoy her side because it was just her, empty by herself, and she could hear all the men splashing each other naked on the other side. So Velree decided she'd just walk over the wall and hanging out with the dudes. And everybody's like, ah. And then Velree's like, bullshit, and like slapping people. I don't know what she did. Regardless, though, you guys had a brief Hot Springs episode. It was it was very on brand with the normal crew stuff. And afterwards, this is like in timeline sequencing, you had also been told that the previous attendant had been doing a lot of research into the Red Death, and there was a room that was locked that none of the other priests or priestesses could get into. And Zoom decided to open the door for everyone with a boisterous spell that he belted out after his resurrection. Thunderous boom knocked over most of the clay vases and vases that hold the sacred water that gather around the main temple structure. Just knocking them over, exploding them. You know, who knows how many countless hours worth of labor and faith were put into those, but they were gone. And the door was opened, leading to a small, cramped quarters, stuffed with research papers, and almost kind of like what do they call that? I'm talking about what like detectives have, like a board. It's called like a murder board or something.
A murder board.
I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? The one with the red lines and shit.
Yes.
It's a conspiracy board, man.
Yeah,
Conspiracy
a
board.
murder
There we
board.
go. Moog's got it. Dan's
or a
got
vision,
it.
or a vision board.
Or vision board. Yeah, we'll definitely say conspiracy board, because there was a fair bit of conjecture put into it, as Trist was able to garner a few extra things out of this encounter with some very good investigation checks. And not only he discovered that the previous attendant was looking into the Red Death, but was looking into its source, which then led it deep into the forest, obviously. But there was also research into myths, as well as like fabled creatures, possibly local legends. Not just around Brunwood, but around the dynasty, as well as a very, very old tome was found, written in Elven, something that somewhat predates the Schism, which is a massive event in history that happened at the beginning of recorded time as far as the dynasty is concerned. Anything before that does not exist as far as actual records. And Trist would know a fair bit about that, possibly. We'll have to see. But regardless, though, this tome apparently was the first tome of the original attendant at this very temple that has been here for at least 1,000 years, so it seems. And it detailed a brief, what he gleaned briefly so far. There might need more study into it to learn some more things. Was that after the schism, after the event where Valvrak drove the old things into the sea, cleansing the land, that the mists had begun to pour out of the old elven ruins at the center of the forest. Ruins that were claimed by a great dragon that Boag had killed, bringing peace to Brunwood and his and what would eventually be Brunwood, but were previously just bugbear clans in the woods. And when we pick up, you will have already you guys already got your rest in. You healed yourself significantly through the healing spring, recovered great amounts of exhaustion. There was also a recipe detailed for a antitoxin, or more of an antidote for the Red Death. It is more like a what's the word? It's kind of like if you were to get treated for rabies. If you get it done quickly, you're okay. If you wait too long, it's too late. And that's kind of the same principle here, as far as you know. The current antidote is only viable within the first 5 minutes of exposure. So it might be something to think about. Biz did come by. We had a brief kind of interaction kind of through a door about what's going on. And we're actually going to pick up the next morning. So you guys have gotten your rest in there. All that has happened. Everything we've talked about has already happened. The next morning, Biz is stopping by one more time to iron out kind of what's going on. So, you guys are at the temple. I'm assuming you're all gathered, got your gear together. Do you guys have a direction or anything in mind currently?
Actually, before we leave anywhere, you said that there were tomes that had a lot of historical, mythological stuff in it.
There was a single tome.
Just a single one has all that.
That Trist had uncovered that was ancient. It was much more, you could tell just by the look of it, it was an ancient tome with an emblem embossed on the surface of the Temple of Boel, the water bearer.
Okay, and I think I'd like to scout around and see if there's anything about Mito in here. Because now I'm curious. I didn't know about the afterlife until now, so it's like, oh, there's not a huge spider waiting for me at the end of the night. Like, what's this?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then of course I'll just follow everyone else around. But that's my main thing I'm doing this morning before we leave.
All right, Zoom's kind of picking around the old attendance stuff. Why don't you give me an investigation check, Zoom? Let's just, what the hell? Why not?
You just want me to fail. All right, fine. Hang on. Let me see. Investigation. Who's roll? Oh, damn. Okay, 20.
20. With the 20, you're beginning to look for stuff about the afterlife. Why you don't find anything on Mito himself, you do find a few loose kind of study material, some loose notes, almost in like a journal. It is written in Elven, which you read, which would be heavily decoded for most of the dynasty. Most people don't read Elven; it's mostly just Goblin here. And you would find that while Mito is not mentioned, Boel is mentioned, and Boel is mentioned in that she is considered the what would be the word? Almost like the gate into the divine realm, which would be the equivalent of like a heavenly kind of structure. So essentially, the large vase that she is usually seen carrying across her back, she gets the name the water bearer because her purifying waters from the enlightened sea. She takes them and she stands at the gate of the celestial realm, and she allows all those that Mito delivers that are considered somewhat unclean to enter as she washes away their impurities with the water. She actually physically washes the individual. Their waters are not only capable of washing away the taint of the soul, but also, as you've seen, being able to restore flesh and blood. So there's lots of different properties to her divine waters. That's kind of been her chief principle in the pantheon at large that is starting to reassemble.
See why? But all right, thank you.
Okay. With that out of the way, what else is the party doing? Azun's kind of rifling through things in the background.
I think we'd like to collect as much blessed water, silver, and blue petals for the concoction of the quick cure for the
how about somebody gives me a medicine check? I don't care who it is. Somebody's going to give me this
Can we have
medicine
Nyarla do it?
Can we have Nyarla do it? We could have Nyarla do it.
We have someone with like ranks in medicine.
Does anybody proficient in medicine?
Let's find out.
Not me.
I have a +4, if that helps.
Pretty good. That's probably the highest. Yeah.
That is? Oh, shit.
Zoom's busy right now.
I'm
going to roll for it then.
Oh, okay.
I rolled
roll hot.
God damn it.
Yes.
I rolled really well. I don't like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. You will get a D12 on this instead of the D4 I was going to give you.
All right.
Thank you, Nyarla.
You are going to get 6 doses of what do you call that? Not antivenom.
The rabies vaccine.
Oh, what would this be considered? Antidote. Yeah.
Antidote? Okay. Six doses, you said?
6 doses of Red Death antidote.
Right. So
not in D&D Beyond yet. So just make a mental note.
Everyone gets one except someone gets two. So who thinks
Whoever's
they're gonna need it the most?
Whoever's going to be on the front line, so either I'd say you or Velree needs it.
Well, my only counter argument to that would be that apparently it's a con save, and Velree and I are both con centric.
Point.
Who's got the lowest con?
Right,
the lowest
Tris.
con might be. I would assume it'd be Zune or
Trist,
Possible.
probably.
Let's find out. My con is a 12.
It's definitely.
Mine's higher.
Okay, I will take that extra dose. Thank you.
Okay, so everyone gets one. Also, before we head out, a couple sessions ago, Velree and I went and got healing potions and such. We had received 8 healing potions and 3 greater healing potions. So, who wants a greater healing potion? I'm going to give one to... Okay, I'll give one to Moog.
Moog wants it. Moog needs it.
I'll give one to Velree. She'll probably need it. I will give the last one to a caster, probably. Who gets in the most trouble?
To Trist.
Probably Zoom.
We'll just split it. Yeah.
Split it.
Well,
You take half, I take half. This is 2 lessers now.
yeah.
Give it to Zoom.
Give it a Zune. Okay, we'll give Zune. You have a greater healing potion.
I have
You'll get a greater
means
healing
of
potion.
protecting myself.
That's true.
Okay.
So.
Velree has a greater healing potion.
Shots fired.
I'm gonna keep 3 of the regular healing potions.
Stingy bastard.
I only have
And-
1 normal healing potion.
Okay.
And
now
now
you-
I'm
greater
good,
healing
I'm
potion.
good there. I'm good. I
Okay.
have regular healing.
You start
I'll
eating
give
people
you-
more.
I'll give you 2 healing potions, Velree. Regular
Okay.
healing potions. So it leaves 3 left. Who wants the remaining 3? We can divide it
I'll
up
take 'em.
between. Okay.
Because I only
Zune,
have one.
how many healing potions do you have, Zune? Just one.
I have 2.
2.
Sorry.
All right. Now I will give you one of mine. So I have 2. You have 2. Tristan's 2. Velree has 2.
Who are you giving?
Smoke set.
Who are you giving one of yours? You're giving Trist one of yours.
I'm giving Tristan's getting 2.
Okay.
You'll get 1.
So I'm gonna have a total of 3 then.
You have a total of 3. Yeah.
Okay. Just make sure I heard.
Rogar, did you happen to pick up that elven armor you were talking about getting while you were on your travels?
No, Trist, I placed an order.
Place a
Pre-order. You know,
pre-order.
a pre-order. You know, I put $5 down. They sold me.
Aye.
They really want to check out this armor. You know, it's getting great previews. Think about
So you're telling me this entire place there's not a single piece of armor?
Apparently not. You know, I thought Moog's people were master crafters.
I thought they were too.
Apparently coming hard times.
Yeah, apparently that's why the long arms want to take over, because people are not living up to the slack here.
My time here has been a blur, but
It's true, you did
unfortunately,
with those mushrooms last time.
unfortunately, I did not get the armor, and I will say, the man who I placed the order with threatened me. Well, technically threatened you, and then I threatened him back. I don't think we're getting the armor.
Well,
I did try.
well, hopefully get your down payment back then. You can't go around
Ah,
threatening the
that's true.
businessmen, Rogar. You can't be doing that.
Well, he was, connected with the Maw.
Oh well.
But
I'm surprised you didn't do more.
perhaps another time.
Did you not take Velree in there with you? Did she not do her thing and scare him a little bit more?
Velree was there, so was Moog. I felt my objective at the time was to make sure that nothing got too out of hand.
That's true. If
You got
had
fire
Moog
and
there,
lightning
too.
next to you, you know.
Yeah, it could have got. Oof. Take it
Could've
all
got
back,
really
Velree.
bad.
You did well. That could have gotten
Thank
out of hand. Rather
Could have
quickly.
massacred the entire bar. But,
That's true.
didn't
We have
happen.
bigger problems on our hands. Well, anyway,
Mhm.
apparently there's some shadow people in these woods that we have to
Yes.
figure out what to do there.
What's a clue you were given?
Yes,
That I did not
the,
list.
the Slender Man.
It was not the Slender Man. God damn it!
Wrote down my
I've written
notes.
down a-
Slender Man.
I've written
It
down
was
a-
the Thin Man. Damn it! Ain't
The
no
Thin Man.
fucking
You
Slender
said
Man.
Slender.
The Thin Man.
You definitely said Slender.
Damn it! I said thin.
It's not what I heard.
What did the notes
Oh.
say about Slenderman, though?
Well, that his name was Colaxum? Is
No,
that right?
that was the dragon.
Oh.
That's right.
The Thin Man
This
was
is
one
one
of the
of the-
myths that were being
Yeah.
drudged up. One of
Yeah,
the
so-
boogeymen.
All I got was the farther you go into the woods, these shadow people, the living shadows, kind of show up and protect it. And then there's this Thin Man.
So if we don't do anything bad to the woods, we're okay, right? Right?
I have a feeling we're going to go pretty deep into these woods.
Would Moog know that if there is wildlife in the woods? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a pretty good survival check too.
Well, not just that. Like there are poachers.
I just want to know.
Like poachers
Yeah, okay.
are a thing in the woods specifically. It's supposed to be off limits, and sometimes people go into. There's always like myths that are spread about colossal game in the woods that a great guy could get a hold of and sell for God knows how much cash.
Legendary
And-
buffalo.
Yeah, exactly. And so periodically there are hunters and trappers that are caught outside the walls, and there's a good reason they're not supposed to be in there, because often they come back with plague, with red death infection. But there are a fair number that do come back with actually they do come back with various pelts and things that you can't find outside of the Shrieking Forest.
Is there written in the tome about, or any of the mythologies, or even from just these priestesses that they know about, where you can honor the spirits of the woods, or honor the woods, or anything you can wear, sing, dance, whatever? Just say, we're not here to hunt, we're just here. Please don't infect us with red death.
One of the mentions, one of the small scrawlings that Trist had found, that I thought I had mentioned, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it to him.
Sorry.
Was that there was a personal note made from the previous attendant saying that she was going to seek out the last tree.
That down.
Yeah.
Over 1,000 years ago.
Okay. And I would like to ask for access to the bag of holding real quick to see if I can find something.
There's apparently also a elven temple in these woods that this mist came out of, and
Fancy.
the green dragon is a whole heap of trouble.
What would you like from the bag of holding?
May I look? Persuasion. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
What are you looking for, Zoom?
I don't know, we'll find out. See
Drugs.
if I can find it.
Drugs?
Shh.
Drugs, Zoom?
Hey man, can I just have a look in this bag real quick? I won't be but a second.
Gold bar
That's
comes.
roll against that.
That's a
too hard.
32.
Too hard, yeah.
32 persuasion.
I'm not gonna try.
All right,
Well,
is
open
there
up the
any...
bag.
I'm digging around for drugs. Trista's right.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Yeah. I'm out. I'm completely out.
You guys had stolen a lot. So
Okay.
so you have to kind of
I don't-
say it. You're like,
Yeah.
Like-
It's not like I'm
drugs.
looking for... It's not like I'm looking for 2 vials of Crimson Eye. Just...
you go for you say Crimson Eye, and suddenly your hand is like engulfed up to like the elbow.
Yes.
And like vials. You're like trying to, something's about to start
Yeah.
spilling out the top of the bag.
I don't
You
need
can
all
get
of
as
it.
many as you want, Zune, because you guys
I
stole
don't-
an entire
I don't want
crate.
all of it. Well, I'm not very stealthy about getting it out,
Nope.
so I'm
I mean,
just...
Roger just has the
Fuck
bag
it.
open. Looking
He has
at
the
it.
bag open. He's just looking at you, and you're like,
I just pull 2 out and just
just
put it in my pocket.
Put it in your pocket.
No one's gonna miss this.
Nope.
Thanks.
He was tighten back up the bag.
Okay.
Judge me.
No judgment, no judgment.
Yeah, you said that
Rogar,
awfully quickly.
That's true. Rogar did judge. I don't want to make a thing of this. I just want 2 days rations for every individual in the party.
Easily done.
Okay. How much will it cost?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. That's okay, cool.
On the house.
Moog is the lord here, guys. Let's
true,
be
that's
honest
true.
here.
That's true.
Grandpa's still alive, though, isn't he?
Basic. Well, that's one of the issues we're about to address. So Biz shows up.
Shit.
Make sure everyone's water skins are filled. You know, just
Of course, yeah.
I would. I'd like to have taken a moment to discuss perhaps curing the barnacles with, the attendant.
That was discussed.
Yeah.
And
did we discuss that?
Well, somewhat, yeah. And the attendant said that there possibly is a way.
Yeah, that's
but she's not like a seasoned veteran.
Not powerful enough.
She's not powerful enough priestess to do it herself.
Right.
However, with aid of a necessary ritual, she could. However, the tome that the rituals were kept in is missing.
That's right. And that's the one that the previous was studying as well, right?
Yes, it was.
Got it. Okay. I remember now. Moog slept since then.
It's fine. So, early in the morning, you guys have made your preparations. Biz shows up outside the temple. I'm assuming you guys are gathering outside. Yes? No? Maybe?
Probably.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is, yes, of course.
Biz shows up. Well, Mo, we need to move quickly. I don't know how long the word is going to spread about our grandfather and, of course, my brother. Something will need to be done soon, otherwise they will become feral indefinitely.
I've learned, afraid I've learned that the only known remedy for the infected needs to be administered within a relatively short amount of time. I'm not hopeful that there's going to be a cure for our grandfather or for Buzz.
I have to have some kind of hope, Moog.
Well, the answer isn't no completely yet, but what we've been able to find so far is to have an antidote for, if you've just been, compromised, we can stop that. But
yes, our aunt used to provide some of those, as well as I've heard of the previous attendant passing them out to the men at the wall before. Unfortunately, it appears that someone, and she kind of looks at Yumo, had slain our aunt in her bedroom. She does appear to have been succumbed to the Red Death, at least. But
she was
the person who slung her was in his rights to do so, and shall be left unnamed. And we will go from there. But Moog, whatever we're going to do, we need to make decisions quickly. I don't know how long I can keep this quiet. And as of right now, I have had to resort to desperate measures to guard the wall. So, unless you have some long-term solutions or you have a lead of some kind, we need to make decisions. Do you have anything?
Don't have any long-term plan just now. We're in search of further information, but we got to come up with something. So what are we going to do?
Well, I'm going to keep it quiet for now, and I want you to do whatever digging you can. If the town finds out about about my brother, they're going to kill him.
Oh, indeed. Well, dear grandfather won't stand much of a chance either.
We both know he's not a pleasant man, but his presence inspires somewhat fealty in some of our lessers. And without him, we will have a civil war on our hands.
We're already being targeted.
I know, but it'll be much more smoke.
And short dick.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't stay much longer. I need to get back to the castle. I'm essentially running things there. For now...
How can we stay in touch while I'm away?
I don't know. You know, it's almost impossible to speak, even with magical beings out within the forest. But for now, you will see when you get to the wall, if that is where you're going, that our cousin has been given jurisdiction for now.
Which cousin?
Bogar.
Oh.
He's well, he's a distant relation, let's just say.
Cousin Bogar. All right. Well, I'll go to the wall, check in with them, make our presence known, and see what I can find. We'll do it quickly.
Are you going beyond the wall, or are you just investigating the disturbance?
We'll start with that. We have some things to tend to as a group here that I think are going to lead to some answers for us anyway.
Okay. Well, I wish you all luck. Do be safe. And
Our best.
All right, I need to go. And she's going to turn and begin to move towards the castle.
Yeah. So I need to find the one tome that's going to give us the potential long-term solution to the Red Death. Yeah. All right.
Before you guys leave, Niarla kind of pokes her head out. She's still veiled. You guys should take some of these with you. And she hands out a couple pouches of, they appear to be various herbs in a mix, almost like a potpourri. They're dried. Use them sparingly. You guys have 2 uses of this currently. They are they repel the dead. You can, and she gives you essentially what is, it looks like a, almost like, do you guys know what a censer is? I'm sure some of you do. Like the Catholic Church kind of uses them. It's kind of like you put incense in them. She essentially gives you a censer to place them in. And as long as you keep them, and she says, as long as you keep it lit, it should burn away some of the unearthly influence around you, perhaps protect you.
Would I be affected by this?
So, Velree, you have walked into a temple of a holy person more than once and been fine. Also, Velree, I did mention this before. There are large braziers outside the temple, and they are burning with this kind of green flame, and it is the same material. Apparently, this temple is warded heavily against the undead.
We only have 2 uses of it, and how long does it burn for?
I don't know.
Velree,
Don't know.
Oh.
5 seconds.
It should, as long as you keep it lit, it sheds bright light, almost like a torch, and it should keep the undead away for a time. If you attend it well, it should last for a while.
Better than how we started out. I'm gonna go ahead and, thank her and hugs. If she's down for a hug, I'm not gonna force a hug on her. She'll be like, yeah, okay, thank you.
She loves hugs.
Yeah,
No.
Does she really though?
From you guys, at least.
Okay, all right then. Look,
Good. We've saved her life multiple times.
You have.
this is true. Yeah, well,
Um,
hugs.
Is Niarla staying here? You guys can try to convince her to come with you.
Ooh, I think she. Oh, damn it! Why would you offer that? I don't want her to die, even though she can heal from death. I don't know.
I mean, I forget half the time Niala's even with us, so.
Just put it in the bag of holding. Right.
The only problem is every time we leave her, she gets kidnapped. Every single time. So
And she can fight, right?
apparently she can fight a little.
She's a pacifist.
So-
Apparently, she can do some freaky shit that protects
She
the
can-
temple.
Yeah, she can do some probably cleric things that can repel dead or something like that. I don't know. But
Do we want her?
I just,
I'm protecting.
I don't know. There's no good answer. Well, whichever, I guess. Whatever the group vote is. I vote. I vote take her with us.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm totally fine if everyone's like, just leave her. That's fine too.
I hope we
can
do this
just
in front
ask
of her.
her what she wants to do and make an agreement. If she gets kidnapped, we're done with it.
If you get kidnapped,
Sure, why
we're
not?
done with you.
Do you ask her what she'd like to do?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I really don't want to go in there, but if you need me to, I will.
I knew it. She wasn't going to give us an answer.
It looks terrifying.
It's not a matter of need. It's a matter of your safety.
Well, I've been at the temple for a month now, and it's been fine.
That's because we've been here.
If you wish to stay, we will not force you to go.
Well, just be safe. I'll stay here.
Maybe stay locked inside that temple.
Yeah, please be safe.
I will.
So that you have many enemies.
Door slowly.
Exactly.
You sure you don't? Okay, bye.
And she was never
Alright,
seen again.
Exactly. That was it. That was the last
Take
time we
it.
we're going to see her.
No. So, you guys are outside the temple. The gate is just, I mean, it's within view. It's not very far. The actual temple here is very, very close to the edge of the city limits, as one might say. You guys are moving in that direction, I'm assuming, moving your way up towards the actual large gates. And you'll see at this point, the palisade gate here is somewhere around 40, 50 feet tall. It's gargantuan. And even as you approach, you can still see the rolling mists covering these large black trees that you can see well the tops come up over the actual palisade gate built here. Must be gargantuan forest on the inside. The actual trees themselves appear to be blackened, but somewhat alive. Now it is also winter, so maybe there is some life that you're not quite seeing due to that. However, as you approach the gate itself, you do see there's a small number of guard. There's about 6 or 7 guard. They appear to be wearing Clan Broadjaw armor, so clansmen. And one of them is standing a little bit taller than the rest. A taller, more thin bugbear with a large crossbow across his back, kind of pacing back and forth. There's the distinct gait of a noble Clan Broadjaw member, if not slightly exaggerated.
Is this Bogar strutting?
This is Bogar, and he
Yeah.
is making his presence known. The rest of the clansmen are kind of off to the side, spaced out. Everyone does appear highly nervous as the 5 of you approach.
Are we? How are we approaching? Are we on top of the wall? How are they?
No, so you guys are walking up to it. The wall itself, so they're actually not even up. They're kind of like on a, what would you call that? I don't know, like
turret.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, towards the top. Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of goes back and forth. So they're very high up, but you can easily see them. And there's like a small gatehouse nearby, and the equivalent of like a barracks next that's also attached to the wall itself, kind of on your left side as you're moving up towards the large gate.
And I would like us, or at least I would like to go to the top of the wall and speak to address the garrison.
All right. As soon as you approach, you see Bogart kind of look down. Hail! Who go there? Thou'th approach my gate unannounced.
Moog just shakes his head. Bogar! Shut the hell up!
At ease, men.
Yeah.
I shall investigate.
Yeah, I'm coming up.
No, I will
I'm coming up. No, you won't.
Damn it, Moog. Moog moves to the gatehouse. And first thing that you notice, Moog, as you approach the door to the gatehouse, you see that it is smattered with dried blood across the door. It's not fresh, but fresh enough that no one's cleaned it off yet. You open the door. There's a bloodbath on the inside. There are no bodies. It just looks like dried blood across the walls, the ceiling. God knows what happened in here. And you make your way through kind of like a small living area to a ladder. It's just a tall ladder. It goes up about 50 feet. What are the rest of you doing as Moog's kind of scaling this?
Is there like a staircase? Or...
There's no stairs. There's a ladder within the gatehouse to get up.
I guess just wait.
Okay.
Burger is going to ask the party. I am still a little perplexed of why we have kept this such a secret. I have no.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much of a secret. There's blood everywhere.
Well, I'm assuming that the townspeople don't know about the. Yeah,
everything is.
About
it's like
their family
we're
members
at the precipice.
disappearing.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
that's why Biz is like it's about to break over. You know, it's
true.
about to boil over.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is bugbear business. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
God, this is bugbear business.
It's bugbear business.
That's a bit bugbearist,
What's up,
don't
man?
you think? little big bugbearist, perhaps.
I mean, every time I can't walk 5 feet in this place without running into some type of cousin of Moog. They're all over the place.
There doesn't appear to be a very large family tree. You're right.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah, there's not many branches on this one. They just pop up like mushrooms.
a lot of gnarled roots.
God, Moog is climbing up. Y'all are just son of a bitch.
Moog gets to the top. You get to the top, Moog. You push the hatch open. You see your cousin.
Ogar.
Yes. And he kind of steps away, closer to you, away from the men.
How tall is he?
He's shorter than you, Moog.
Good.
By a couple inches.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. You know this is my best chance. Don't ruin it for me.
You're ruining it for yourself. Let's be honest. Now,
I thought if I sounded all sophisticated like that, they'd give me the post full time.
That is not how this is going to work. Now you got them men all shook up. Let's go talk about it. Let's go over there and we'll talk about it. All right.
Well, I mean, Biz told me to watch the gate, Moog. I can't not watch the gate.
Well, we're gonna go talk to the boys. We're gonna go up there and talk to the men. You and I together. We're gonna settle them down.
Oh, okay.
So
Walks next to you, Moog.
yeah, and he's going to be the one to address them, call them to stand. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let him, be the leader, and then I will give them, a rousing speech about how their service is valued. Clan Broadjaw is there to protect them because they are there to protect the city.
Yes. Persuasion check, Mo, right now. Do it.
Exactly. All right. Let's see. Persuasion.
Let's see it, Mo.
Oh, man.
Let's see you at work.
It's pretty
6.
rough.
It's a 6.
Is
Mo,
it?
you begin
That's
to
terrible.
speak up. Yeah.
It's the barnacles.
It's we're here to protect you. One of the men's like, they're all dead. Gonna side eye him. Get a crazy look in your eye for a minute, Moog. And
and then
it's
from
not
there,
going well, Moog.
So what I'll do from there is, as I was saying, we are here to protect you. You are here to protect the city and the people of the city, regardless of clan affiliation. Now, Bogart here has been given the trust of Biz, whom you all respect, I assume.
That is true. We respect her. Not you so much. It's one of the other sergeants over there.
Who are you? Step forward. Stand tall, Bear.
Oh.
Stands up, a little bit taller.
That's right. Front to me.
I'm coming. Go on.
Bogart,
Sir.
this man's your first sergeant.
Sir.
All right. I like to be challenged. Stand out. Stand tall. You two are in charge. Bogart, trust this man to get it done. Everyone else, trust this man. And now I'm going to use an intimidation check.
For what?
Bogart.
Because I was barky.
Sure,
They don't-
why not?
Because
Why
I'm
not,
just-
Mo?
Listen, I can't persuade, but I can intimidate.
Let's see an intimidation check on Mo.
See?
Rogar turns to everyone and he goes, I wonder if it's going well. And then
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, and I think this family tree is more of a vine.
So rude.
So,
You can't hear me.
Second Lieutenant Hrodor kind of puffs up his chest a little bit. You get a little close to him and he kind of winces away. You got your bluff in on them at least, and they are fairly intimidated of the mighty Moog. Not so much anybody else for now, but perhaps they needed just a little bit of a whip into shape, and maybe this will keep them more stalwart in their duties.
That's right. Stay vigilant.
Good job, Mo.
Thank you, Lord Moog. Be south business at
Sergeant, teach that man how to talk.
You can drop the act.
That's it. I'm just going right down the hatch right
You
after
can drop the act, Bogart. We all know you don't talk. And he walks away and he head down and begins to climb down the ladder after you, Moog. He gets to the bottom. Biz said you'd be coming, but damn it, Moog! Look what you done. You done
What?
Now that they're gonna think I'm just a wet paper towel, just wafting from the top of the gate there. There's no respect for me. It's pissing in the wind.
You want this job full time, or do you want to be dead?
Sounds like the same thing.
I mean, those are. I mean, those are two options that directly oppose each other. I don't want to be dead.
If you want the job full time, then you will listen to what the sergeant has to say. By default, that man has more experience than you will have.
Shit.
It is not the time for you to be playing big boy.
Okay, Mo. Do you at least want a guide? Are you going into the wall?
Yeah. Who you got?
Well, we caught him last night. You know, the gate was open. Somebody came and fucked everyone up. There was bodies
Is that
all
what that
over the
was?
place. Well,
Me
there
and the
was.
crew,
there
we
were-
took down 6 of them of our own.
Well, yeah, some of them got some of them got turned, but there was this, and he hands you like a piece of paper, essentially. It's smattered with dried blood.
Oh, lovely.
Has a similar wording to it that you guys have already read once before. It says, I was in fire. The room was dark and somber. I sleep peacefully. This was impaled into the sergeant at the time. And he's needless to say, he's no longer with us. The door, the palisade gate was open. It was cracked open, and then there was these damn things pouring through. Don't know what the hell done happened, but some shit went down.
I mean, do you guys not lock
That
the gate?
sounds intentional.
You just leave the gate unlocked and...
No, you have to. There's a mechanism over here. That you have
got to be unlocked from the inside. Somebody left that gate open or open.
Somebody opened it after they killed the guards.
Yeah. Was there any indication in the slaughter that was it infected or was it something else?
A lot of the bodies got mauled over the. Whenever the people get the disease, they tend to get ravenous. But it's hard to tell what is what. We already done burned and buried what we could.
So now we don't even know who we can trust on the inside.
I don't know.
Did he say he captured someone?
Yes. We found him out. He was out in the damn woods this morning as we were closing the gate. He was as white as a ghost.
Where is he?
He's right over here. We got him manacled over here. I'm not a complete fool, Mo. Needless to what you think. And he brings you over.
You're inexperienced. You're not bad.
There's a goblin with a kind of like a tattered cloak.
Somebody we know?
Skinned moccasins. No, it is not someone we know.
Okay.
Well, Moog would know the man. He's
a goblin that has there's goblins out there that have a tendency to just turn up.
He's not an older man, but he's kind of like a middle-aged kind of goblin with like a bit of a crooked nose, and he's got some crisscross kind of scars across his left cheek. And you would know him as Meek Mossgut. And there is a bit of a deathly pallor to his complexion. However, he is renowned as a trapper, and he has been known, and he's been caught more than once and put in stocks out in town for sneaking across the wall and catching big game and bringing it back.
Yeah. So I see Meek there in the shackles.
Yeah, he's just kind of head down.
Is it a separate room that he's in?
No, he's kind of just in the room, kind of with you guys.
In the room. Where we like, is it off to the side or something, or has he been there?
You're in the
time?
gatehouse.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so he's been like kind of in the corner, just kind of sitting there, head down.
Is there a stool nearby?
Sure. You grab a hold of the stool, pull it up.
Go pull up to him.
You pull up to him. You sit in front of him. He's a goblin sitting down, so his head is at eye level with your dick.
Yeah.
As you just kind of like scrooge up, and he's like, "Oh."
So I want to corner-ish him with my back to the team.
Okay.
Very, very, loomy, but not threatening. Like I'm gonna assume that I'm familiar enough to talk to this guy. Meek.
Oh.
It's Moog. I know.
Yeah. You look different.
Been dredged a time or two there, pal. We don't get into that right now. All
right.
You look rough, pal.
Well, it's been a long night. I don't feel too good, but
been a lot of long nights. Looks like.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't get a lot of sleep. Yes.
I ain't worried about what you did. I'm worried about what's been happening.
Good. Well, right? you're gonna let me go then? You're just unchecking these right here.
In a moment. Now we'll talk about it. What I need to know though is what got you spooked.
I don't want to talk about it, Mo.
No.
Shit was unpleasant.
Look, listen. I'm talking, the way things are at the moment. Got a little pull with these 10-foot reach, okay?
Moog, I don't like it when you talk like that.
What I'm trying to
sounds
tell-
sexual in nature.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something here now. Look, you cooperate, and we'll talk about a clean slate. All right?
That
Start from zero.
Sounds great.
Everybody. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we're going to, I need to know what the hell's been going on.
Well, the gate was open last night.
How?
No one
Why?
here.
Who?
I don't know. Damn gate was open. It was cracked open.
It's like that when you got here.
It was. And guess what?
What?
Yeah, I took the opportunity. You know how hard it is to sneak in here?
Yeah.
Damn gate was open, no guards around. I went right in. It was great.
You've been good at it though, right? Yeah. So
of
what'd you
course.
find when you got here?
Well, I was going to one of my usual trap spots that I've got one of my traps set up, and to see if I actually got something. It's been a while since I've been able to check. It'd
You
probably be
mean
dead.
a thieving hole? But yeah, go ahead, trap. We'll call it a trap.
Well,
Yeah,
sure,
that's fine.
sure, whatever you want to call it, Mo. But I was going to check it. I stumbled across this man with this straw hat, and he didn't see me, but he was slashing something, and then he just vanished. He just disappeared.
Yeah, I know who that was.
And then he was gone. And
That's all you saw.
oh no. Well, I mean that wasn't like scary. It was kind of intimidating. But then one of those shriekers, I saw one for real, Mo. They exist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trust me, there's some stuff out there you don't even want to know, brother.
I done saw it, and I feel like I've lost 30 years of my life, Mo.
Yeah, I probably have, actually, you know.
I don't feel good about it.
No, you shouldn't. I mean, I've seen people die from being scared out there, okay?
Yeah.
And just straight up. You
Well,
know?
I done told you.
Stronger.
No, so you go and unshackle these. I'll get out of here.
What do you know about the Red Death?
Well, I mean, I know how to avoid it. You just don't get no bite.
What do you know about why it's cropping up so big around here?
I don't know nothing about that.
You ain't seen it?
I mean, I've seen plenty. And on the inside of the wall, there's plenty. There's these strange plants and growths you just got to kind of avoid so it doesn't spread on you. And
Look,
of course, there's the infected creatures.
all right, what I need you to do, look here. I'm going to alter the deal. Okay? You're going to work for me. All right? You're going to put them skills of yours.
Okay. What you need me trap, Moog?
No, we ain't trapping. You're hunting. You're looking for information.
I'm more of a trap guy. I don't do the hunting. That's not me. Look at this body. His little thin goblin arms. He's only 3 feet tall.
You are sneaky and you are clever. Don't tell me
I
you
am
ain't.
sneaky. I mean, you do all right on 2 accounts there.
Yeah, and that's what I need. Right, I need someone who ain't gonna get caught. You saw the Saint last night, and he didn't see you.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
He would have cut you down before you'd even realized what happened.
That's slightly
son.
terrifying when you bring
It
it
is
up
slightly
like that.
terrifying. But look, you survived, right? That's what I need. I need a survivor who can't be caught. All right, but I need you out there. We got to figure out what is going on. All right.
I don't see how you just can I just be let go?
Nope.
Somebody, he looks towards your cousin. Come on now, don't let the crazy man do nothing with me.
I cut Bogar the barnacle eye.
Okay, well, this has been fun. I'd like to approach as well and just, kind of.
Here we go.
Because this was the idea, right? Was to have him come with us just out of character. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. That's the assumption I'm operating under, is he's going to guide us. So, Meek, is it?
Yes, Meek. Mm-hmm.
Hi. So I'm going to settle in next to him if there's a place to sit. I'm not sitting on the ground and just
give him a candy bar.
And just get
Mogul
there, I
gives the
guess.
stool.
I don't know who the hell you are.
Mogul
yeah,
gives him the
hi.
stool.
Yeah. Let's just call me a friend, hopefully. I would love for us to become long-term friends. And I'm going to roll a persuasion.
To do what? That's what you're giving me? I'd probably persuade.
Yeah. We're friends. That's my
fucking hell.
32. We're fucking friends. Meek.
I don't know about that.
And friends help each other out. My understanding is that you know these woods better than anyone else in this village. And that's really impressive. And if anyone were to survive or know where everything is, it would be you. You're the man.
I am the man.
You are so much the man.
I could be the myth too.
You already are a myth in the making. And I would know because I'm in the business of writing ballads about myths.
I think I'm into this. All right, Moog. I'm all energized. I feel like I could do this.
You can do this.
Let me loose.
We'll be here with you.
Let me loose.
But we will need you to come with us.
Knox a.
Hell no! You only go back in the woods
with our protection.
We've
survived.
The crazy vines. There's all kinds of shit in there. You don't want to go in there.
I'm gonna point out Rogar and Trist and Moog and say, they've killed gods before. All we need is someone smarter than us.
What about that one? He points towards that.
What about this one?
She's the most terrifying one of all.
They can't.
This is not
She's
here.
the strongest.
They can't.
But you will see that. Oh, it is true.
Just look at her.
Yeah, exactly.
Flash my black eyes real quick.
Oh, God. Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
we have some very impressive and strong
takes.
people with us. If you can show us this, we can make it worth your while. If you can take us where we need to be. And I trust that you, out of everyone in this village, are the most likely one to
give me an insight check, Zune. Give me
an insight check. He's going to abandon us the first chance he gets, but...
he is a dirty goblin.
Please be good. All right, 23.
23. Yeah. He's kind of like he's thinking to himself. You kind of get like a brief glimpse into the inner workings, the very limited inner workings of this of course unscrupulous individual.
Yeah, he's gonna abandon us.
And you see that he's playing it out in his head. He's kind of like yeah. He's you think he's going along with it. He's gonna come with you.
Oh shit! And I mean, I guess if he doesn't, it's not like it's going to be any worse than our other option, which is no one. So, but I'm not saying that out loud.
Well, okay then. Let's go. What are we looking for?
I'm going to defer to the rest of the team on this because I'm not 100%. I think we're looking for.
Well, my goblin friend. We are looking for. Where did I write this down in my book? The tree thing. Where did I write this down at?
The last tree.
The last tree.
I don't know nothing about no fucking. I mean, there's a whole tree. There's a whole forest in there. I don't see a last tree.
Yeah, we need to find the forgotten tree. Elven Temple, Green Dragon.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Maybe. It's just a myth. Where is the oldest part of the woods? Can you take us there?
I mean, I don't. Here's the thing. I need to be up front now. I don't go deep into the wood. I kind of go on the edge. I know the edge of the wood.
Nah, mate, we don't do any. We're not going to do any edging around here. We're going straight in.
You have yet to go into the wood, is I believe what you have meant to say.
That is true.
Right. Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, I could get you at least to the first gate, and we could go from there. Maybe. I take you.
Let's
the first
start
gate.
there. Let's start there. And maybe you can point out some points of interest, such as things not to touch or mess with along the way.
I could do that.
All right. Well, then let's start there, and then let's just revisit the conversation and see if anything would help sweeten the deal a bit.
All right. At this point, Moog, your cousin.
How tall is Meek?
Meek is 3 feet tall.
Good. Oh, so about the size of one of my crossbow bolts.
He's small. He is very small. I mean, most goblins are small creatures.
I'm just
So,
for intimidations.
Bogar's over there. All right, Mog, I'll open it, but you know the rules. You go out, I close the gate. If you don't find your way back in the next couple days, that's it. You gone.
Yeah, I manage. I imagine I'll find my way back in one way or the other.
All right. He goes up to the to kind of like a large mechanism that looks it's kind of like a what would you call that? Kind of like a lever system that you would see like a farm animal push to open something.
Oh, right.
And he grabs a hold of it like a big wheel and just starts like moving it himself with considerable strength, even for his more slight frame. Because and there's this gargantuan chain that begins to pull and move. And all of you go outside and see that the large palisade gate, one of the gates, one of the doors begins to kind of slowly inch inwards or outwards towards you. And as it does, there's a gap, a 5-6 foot gap that's kind of made more than enough for the party to slip through. As you begin to slip through, word is shouted out from up above. And then the gate begins to close behind you.
On the way out, I would remind Bogar to make sure that he checks his britches every morning, make sure he's not too big for him yet.
Okay, Moog, shout that up. There's a good chuckle from the men up above, but it starts to set in as the 6 of you, including the mighty Moscat, are looking at the outskirts of the forest. Now, in your immediate vicinity, there's a bit of a clearing here in front of the gate, where there's no tree growth. There's like sparse. There would be sparse grass, but it's all kind of dead and that kind of yellowish color, mostly due to the season that you're in. You're in like a winter season, and the ground appears to be dark, cold. But as you get with just a couple paces away from the wall, you feel an almost more unnatural cold begin to seep in to your bones. Rogar probably not so much, since he's resistant to cold. The rest of you feel it a little more so than him.
One point of order, I would expect that at some point we've all donned armor and rear geared up. And,
yes.
And aren't,
yes.
Okay. I'm not still in the toga, and
I
have
assumed
my shield back.
I assumed you guys had fully
All right.
armored and armed yourself. Yes. And the your goblin companion is somewhat ahead of you. He's got like a small torch lit. You have to keep some kind of light. Otherwise, the mist will crowd around you. You'll get lost.
So, Meek, how many gates are there?
I've only seen 2.
There
There might be more.
Is
Rogar
there
lights a torch.
Oh, okay. Is there a fairly well-worn path, or at least some kind of path that leads from gate to gate that we could follow?
You'll see. You'll see, at least.
Okay. Thank you.
He begins to walk into the mist, leading you guys in.
Well, shit. Clinging around Rogar.
Assuming everybody's moving in. Rogar's got a torch lit. Does anybody else light anything?
Well,
I'll get in the, like, is Rogar in the back or in the middle? Or I feel like we should have like one person in the back, one in the middle, and him in front. I'll get the torch. I don't know.
yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and just continually cast dancing lights. Cantrip.
I like
Just to kind of...
Okay. One thing you'll notice, Zoom, as you cast the dancing
Doesn't work.
light. Oh, it works. It's just, it's half the radiance that it should be.
Well,
The torchlight appears to be fine.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's good to know. At least we have a wizard with a bunch of fire spells, thank God.
All right. As you guys begin to move into the forest, all of the bowing of the trees, there's kind of like a wind blows through, and they kind of, and these are gargantuan trees. There's some smaller ones sprouting here and there. First off, you begin to see that there's a fair amount of bamboo growing in the forest that looks pretty much the same year round. Not obviously not very green, though you can't really see the tops to judge that. But there is a fair amount of wildlife as well to be seen. You see that Mossgut is very intent at one point. He kind of like hunkers down for a moment. Oh, y'all see that over there? He kind of looks out and he points out to you a nearby kind of like not really a cove, but like where a tree is kind of fallen over, making almost like a natural kind of like triangular space. I got one of my big traps over there. I got to check it real fast. And he kind of like scuttles over towards it. As he moves towards it, you do see on the tree there is a large deer, about the size of like an elk, and it is impaled on 5 large spikes to the side of another tree. It's dead, and it looks like it's been dead for a little while. Oh shit! They got me a big one, boy! Hell yeah! Look at the rack on that thing.
Make.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right, Mo. You're right. I'll get that later. We'll collect that one later. Hopefully, don't nothing come by and eat it. Damn, son of a bitch.
Velree's like
Remember,
a little bit, you know.
It's not technically yours at all.
Well, you know, semantics, Mo. I thought there was going to be a clean slate now.
Well,
Well, I mean, I'm going to kind of rush up to Moog and be like, maybe we didn't see this depending on how far he gets us,
See?
Maybe.
Listen to your friend
That's
there.
fair.
The fancy one.
I mean, Moog is a generous lord, so...
He's mighty generous. I know it to be so. Let's go to the first gate, I guess.
The merciful, that's what they'll call me, I'm sure.
He begins to lead you deeper into this forest. The mist just begins to gather around you guys. And I need somebody to make a survival roll that is not your guide.
Oh, God.
I have a +5 on survival.
Oh, shit.
Let me roll it. Nice. Oh, 18.
18.
Yeah.
Moog, as you're looking ahead, you kind of catch up with Yeek as he's moving forward, and he starts to point out. All of you see just here and there a small collection of plant life. Every now and then, sparse in between, it has a red tinge to it. And he kind of points them out. Don't get close to those, Smoke. Don't ever get close to them. They have like spore things in them, like a mushroom. Shoots out.
Ooh.
I'm not exactly sure what it does to you, but I've seen some of the animals go fucking crazy once it gets in them.
Is that what you and Velree got into, Rogar?
Maybe.
I'm unsure. I show him the happy potion.
I don't know what the hell that is.
This?
I don't know what that is. I ain't no potion maker. I just kill things and bring their heads in.
Rory just shrugs, puts it back in his backpack,
Meek, do you wear anything over your face that prevents the spores from getting in? Or from breathing the spores or anything?
Or from letting us see your face. Oh, wait,
Hey,
sorry.
with his 8 intelligence, he looks at you. Well, I never thought about that. That sounds like a mighty awfully good idea. Maybe I like take some of my cloak here and put it over my face. He just kind of like pulls it over.
I think I'm gonna do the same. I mean, I don't know how helpful it will be against these spores, but still,
Sure.
you know, like, I mean, fuck. What else do we have?
And
Or we'll do the same.
Yeah,
he
everybody just
begins
make a
to.
laugh.
Yeah, sure. Everybody looks like a Nosferatu vampire now. Ha! Begins to walk down the path, and you will notice at this point that the mist is so thick that you cannot see farther out than 30 feet around you. It is beginning to like thicken, almost, and you have lost sight of what's behind and what's forward. Mika is guiding you essentially on kind of like landmarks on the ground. And what he is following appears to be worked stone, sparsely spread out, as if perhaps at one point there was a road here. Long forgotten. And as he, after about 30 minutes, an hour, it's hard to tell time, you come to a large gate, just standing very tall. I believe, what is the term for these? Seri gates? Shit. You know what I'm talking about over there?
I don't know the name. I know what you're talking.
It's just a freestanding, like gate-like structure. That's just what it is. It's not attached to anything.
Mm-hmm.
There are various, almost like talismans, kind of dangling from it on ropes and whatnot, and it's massive. As you kind of walk up to it, and it is all of the actual lumber that was used appears to have been dyed in like a deep red color at some point. Most of it is fading over time, and there is
Torii Gate.
Yeah, Torii Gate. There we go. It's Torii Gate, and there is various iconography that may or may not make sense to some people.
What would we have to roll for it to make sense to us?
I will accept a history
history.
check. It would have to be a very, very high roll.
No. I don't know what this
21.
is. Pretty
Chris?
cringe. Oh my god.
You know, Zune's kind of like, damn, it's a big gate. And then Trist looks at it.
Zune is all like, cool.
You get a little bit closer to it, Trist. You know, and inquisitive that you are. And
It's an old thing.
as you approach it, you kind of look at one of the talismans dangling off one of these large, thick, knotted ropes. And it looks like it's written in a language that you may or may not be familiar with. Do you know Sylvan, Trist?
No.
It is close enough to Elvish that you recognize what it is, but you cannot read it.
Mo, can you use your writing skills to copy some of this down?
Oh yeah, I will totally put it in our notebook.
You go ahead
I'll write
and
the words down.
give me that dex check, Moog.
Okay.
What did
You
we do
wanna
last time?
Sleight of hand.
We'll use a sleight of hand. Why not?
Nice.
23. Moog. He does a scroll, brings out his pen, some ink. He's jotting it down. Is the beautiful rendering of it, of the Torii Gate, as along with some of the imagery, the iconography on it.
An idiot savant. I love it.
Mm-hmm. You will notice that the gate is somewhat sunken on one side, as if the ground is kind of like swallowed up a portion of the bottom of one of the sides. But other than that, there's just a freestanding gate there.
Yeah, and if you keep going, there should be another one in another, I don't know, half hour maybe. If you keep walking that way.
What you meant to say there, buddy, is as we keep going.
Yeah, exactly. As
Right,
we keep
okay.
going. Yeah, of course.
Indeed, that's right. Mhm.
Meek, you've made it to the second gate before. Why are you so hesitant? How much more dangerous does it get?
I did not. I mean, Well, I had a partner once, Moog. He told me about it. He died right afterwards. It was not a pretty sight. He just kind of fell over and like stopped breathing. Said there was a horror next to it. I don't know what that means, but that's what he said. He said, "Oh, the horror," and then he died. It was horrible.
Well, what we'll do is we'll find out together, hey? And
I really don't want to do that, Moog. I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds mighty awful.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to do it either. That's why we're going to do it together.
Come on, just one more gate. I mean, you've made it this far. Surely you can do just one more, and you'll have all of us. It won't be your partner by himself.
Hero of Drumwood, a statue of Meek in the square for his heroic actions.
All right, 28 persuasion.
The rain.
What is with these persuasion checks?
28 persuasion. I'm trying to get him to come with us.
They just start coming. They just start getting rolled.
Persuasion check.
That's because we're shouldering him along. We're just walking, patting him on the shoulder.
You can do this.
I can keep going. I can do this.
I can do this for one more day.
He begins to walk forward once again.
Meek, are you the strongest goblin whatever was?
You're speaking to him as he's walking forward. I'm going to need perception checks from everyone.
How much time has passed, and what time of day?
Why don't you give me a survival roll, Trist?
Survival roll.
Mm-hmm.
16 on the survival.
16 on the survival. Trist, time is
Bad perception.
Yeah, bad perception. Time is it's hard to tell.
Yes.
Because of the nature of the environment you're in. It's hard to keep track of time, in fact. You think maybe an hour's passed, maybe 2 or 3 had passed. It's hard to tell.
It's just like an overcast type of
just
thing.
like an very, very dark situation that you're in right now.
Yes.
Pretty much the only light that you guys have been the torches that you brought with you. You do hear things off in the distance. And with those perception rolls...
as we're walking before the perception stuff is happening, I'm going to take out a little bead out of my bag.
All right.
I'm going to mutter some things and put a spell in it. And then I'm going to turn to Rogar. Rogar, when things get rough, I want you to keep this. And the bead has like a little bead of like electricity shining inside of it.
Mm-hmm. Of course it does.
It's only going to last for an hour, so use it wisely. And Rogar technically has a 3rd level lightning bolt spell.
Of course he does.
Velree's gonna be looking like, what the fuck? Why didn't I get one?
Because Rogar has a 19 intelligence, he knows what to do.
Yeah.
It's messed up. Rogar has his little bead.
That was rude.
Interesting.
Did everyone do a perception check while I was?
I need you to do one if you haven't done it, Velree.
Yeah.
Be a good time to pull out the incense.
Oh, it was almost a natural one, but thank God.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. My highest one is a 24 for Zune. Dear God. 18 for Velree, 16 for Trist. The rest of you, doesn't matter.
Trist got a 7.
Trist did get a 7. Oh, you're right. That wasn't Trist. That was Zune, Velree. And that was it. Zune and Velree. Wait, where's Moog? Moog got a 16. Moog's good too. Right? Yeah. Okay. So everybody except for Rogar and Trist. That's probably because Trist and Rogar are doing this weird, he's bringing out this bead that he begins to infuse with time and space, and begins to craft one of his spells into a state.
A little distracting.
And Rogar's fascinated with it, glint in his eye. The rest of you notice as your goblin companion freezes up for a moment. He's like, oh, shit. Don't move. And the rest of you would see a large shape beginning to kind of lumber out of the mist. And that's
I'm
where
not
we're going
move.
to take our first break.
Oh,
Shit.